coming from a lower middle class. My father was in a government job. From that family, to think of dream of becoming a film actor one day was like a far-fetched dream. Nobody would even audition me for lead parts. People would comment on that lead actors have to look a certain way and or have to do this or that. They have to have six packs. 8-9 years back, I did a little bit of filler in my chin because I wanted a symmetry in my face and because I wanted to feel more confident.
Hi, welcome to the Quint, both of you.
Thank you, Swati.
Who subscribes to method acting, and that is something that's very visible in all your films, all the shows that you're doing. But this is the first time you're playing a role of a differently abled person, right? What are some of the realizations and experiences that you had as a person, not as an actor, while essaying this character?
Well, I think we used to call them differently abled, but I guess they are way more able than us. And that I got to know when I started spending time with them. So we used to visit this blind hospital in Jogeshwari, and we would spend a lot of hours there. I would meet them quite often, talk to them about their life, and also observe, the mannerisms, the body language to help me with my character. And I figured out that how normal they are.
And confident.
And confident they are. And they're very witty, they're very sharp. And it's like how we are so conditioned, watching films or series or whatever, that whenever there's a story about a blind person, the first thought is, oh, such a sad thing that has happened to him. But no, it's not like that. They don't see it that way. They have accepted it long back, and they're living their life to the fullest. So that was an eye-opener for me.
There are two things while watching the trailer that kind of struck me between you and Srikanth. One was, he says that I'm not going for a backup plan of arts, right? I'm going to do science.
Yeah.
You've always said in your interviews, I didn't have a backup plan. Acting was always my thing. He's also somebody who fought through a lot of adversities and achieved what he wanted to without a backing, and you did the same, right? Today, when you look back at your journey, how do you think you've kind of come back stronger on the other end?
Sitting in Gurgaon, at that time, Gurgaon was a really small town, and coming from a lower middle class, my father was in a government job. From that family, to think of dream of becoming a film actor one day was like a far-fetched dream. And for that to actually come true is a lot of gratitude, of course. No, I don't know how it happened. Sometimes even I feel it's so surreal that it has happened with me. It has still not sunk in that I've actually become a film actor, and I actually act in movies. Because for me, acting also again is a very spiritual job. I do it for myself. I don't do it for anybody else. Because I really enjoy. I love doing it. It's my art form. People know me because of this, maybe. But I'm in love with this, and I'm gonna continue doing this since forever, like forever.
In your personal space, is there an adversity in your journey while becoming an actor that you thought you really fought through? An instance or a...
Yeah, initially, of course, nobody would even audition me for lead parts.
Yeah.
People would comment on that. There was this preconditioned mind that lead actors have to look a certain way, and or have to do this or that. They have to have six packs. But I think things changed. And I kept working. I kept pushing myself. I kept pushing that door till it opened. But yeah, I've seen a lot of rejection. I won't deny that. But it's a part of the process, I guess.
Casting him for this role, what was it that you saw?
I had no other choice. I knew that he is the only one who could pull it off, because I knew I was very sure that I wanted Srikanth to be played in a certain manner, because when you meet Srikanth, he's not your ordinary guy. When you see him, when you talk to him, so I wanted someone who would get his to the T. I knew that this is the only guy who could do it, because I am a big fan of his work. When I went to him and when he said yes, I knew that I had a bigger responsibility now, because then I had to sit with him and I made sure that he's happy about the script.
You said about how, the industry has a certain perception of how one should look. Very recently, when I met Jaideep Palawat for an interview, we were discussing the impact of social media on today's generation, not just for the people in the media, but also off, right? The focus on how you look and how you dress is so large. Earlier, it was just the women, now it's also for the men. So he said he was asked to fix the scars on his face. And he said, no, I'm not going to do it. Do you think as an actor that it's fair when the focus is taken away from you as a talent and focused on an appearance?
No, appearance would always be secondary. I think the talent would always remain the primary factor. But each to his own. I think if I know Jaideep is my classmate. I've known him since, 19 years now. And I think he's very comfortable with, in what he has and the kind of work he's doing. It's great. It's one of the most phenomenal actors we have in the country. But each to his own, I guess. There should not be any. There are no certain rules. No specific rules that this is what one should do and this is one what should not do.
Raj, my last two questions. You're someone again who's always been praised for the work. You're someone whose work is always spoken about and nothing else. Very recently, there are certain things being said. Is there something that you would like to say to that?
For the first time, it has happened with me also. But I want to just tell you that, three things. First, that picture that has gone over the internet, that has gone viral, that guy doesn't look like me only. Even I saw it as like, who's this guy? Because that's a very weird angle. I strongly believe that's a touched up picture, because it looks so flawless. My skin, like you can see, I've got these lines and I'm very proud of my lines. I'm not a young 21 guy anymore. And these are my hard work lines. These are my line of experience. Yeah, and that picture looks so flawless. And second, people are saying that, Raj has gone under knives, he's done plastic surgery. No, I've not done any plastic surgery, guys. People used to comment on my look, as I said. And I was, of course, and this is 9 years back, 9 years back, I did a little bit of filler in my chin because I wanted a symmetry in my face and because I wanted to feel more confident, and I don't see any harm in it. It hasn't changed me, and I'm talking about 9 years back. It happened then, but suddenly this one picture which somebody definitely must have done something to that picture, but it's okay. But as I said, I'm an honest guy. If somebody asks me, have you done plastic surgery? I've not done plastic surgery. Yeah, I've done a little bit of fillers 9 years back, just to feel more confident, and I definitely feel more confident. Do I look better? I think I look better now, and it's a visual art, it's a visual medium also. Then why not? We all do that kind of stuff. Like the people, millions of people have done hair transplant because they want to feel confident. Why not? As long as you look nice and better, and it doesn't affect your work. Because as I said, work would always be primary. Everything else is secondary.
One last question. Essaying an intense character as Srikanth, which is extremely inspiring, motivating. Was it a day when you walked off at the sets, taking away one of your biggest lessons from this films?
I think the whole story. I can't really say one day. The story, it is so inspiring. What this guy has achieved, we cannot even imagine. Imagine being born in a very poor background, and from there to have this $1 million company, to go and study in one of the best universities in the world on scholarship, and to do all that even after when people told his parents that, he's visually impaired, he won't be of any use, he'll just suffer his whole life. But from there, what this guy has achieved, I think the story itself is so inspiring. So that has taught me a lot.
Do you draw parallels to your life from where you've come as well?
I think I've done my struggles are nothing in front of Srikanth's struggle. But my hard work, I could totally relate to that, because I have also worked very hard to sit here today. But apart from that, no, I think his struggles were way more.
Yeah, that's for sure. Your hard work is very evident and you are loved for your work. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.